Happy Wednesday. It's been kind of a wild week over here. Just wanted to point out my shirt here, counterculture. It's like my uniform for sure. Anybody else out there that's counterculture? Rita Rogers created this t-shirt and I absolutely love it. I believe it was end of 2020 or beginning of 2021 when she put this one out, and she is definitely a voice out there, definitely similar to me, was working in healthcare and stood up and used her voice and was very obedient to step away, not by choice, unfortunately, based on a lot of things that were going on in 2020 and 2021, which you can only imagine. I don't know why I'm sharing all this right now, but I guess I'm glad to. But she has a podcast called Boom Clap, and it is good. It is really good. So go check it out. You could go personally check out her story when you get a chance, but I'm hoping to have her on the podcast soon to share more about that at some point. I think I'm still here. We were both very against a lot of things going on in the system. So, all that to say, I am coming on here because today is a pretty pivotal day in my life and my family's life. My oldest is graduating high school today, and I was thinking about that and how many of you graduated high school many, many years ago, and you had dreams and aspirations, and maybe you went to college, or maybe you started a profession back after you graduated high school, and now you're looking back and you're like, what just happened? Or how am I still in this position? And I had dreams and aspirations when I was a teenager, but here I am 30 years later, doing the same old thing. So I was thinking about that today, and the fact that, my oldest is graduating, and he has a plan, as most teenagers do. But what I believe and know, even for my own self and what I saw and the people that I work with and some of the people that in the coaching space and what they have experienced, is a lot of times, the school system, it's a system, will encourage you to go a certain way, right? The school system encourages you to go to college. The school system encourages you to go get a job that has the highest pay. But I've noticed, even for myself, there wasn't a lot of getting at the root of, like, who are you? Like, what are your gifts and your talents to help you in that time of your life kind of move into the space that, maybe God's calling you to. So a lot of times, I often think about this. So how many of you, when you're in school, maybe they read off different professions, but there was always a price tag associated with it. And there was like how much you'd make annually. Well, how many kids do you think maybe went down a pathway partly because they could make more money than maybe another profession, but yet that other profession was actually something that maybe more aligned with their heart, maybe more aligned with their giftings, talents, treasures, right? So this is just an example. And I think of how many doctors do we have out there that are literally just doctors for the money. They're not in it to help the patients. They're not in it to get to the root cause. They're literally just in it for the money. And I'm just using this as an example because, part of what I'm so passionate about is to help women to soar in their calling. Now, for myself, I ended up just kind of falling into different jobs in accounting. I had favor because I didn't finish college, because that's what everybody said you had to do back then, is to finish college to get a good job. But I did fall into different jobs, eventually being in the corporate side of healthcare. And when I say healthcare, I usually go like this. And subsequently leaving in 2021 because I just could not stay in a company and even get paid, because there was so much corruption so out of alignment with my values, morals, all the things. But yet, how many people are just staying in jobs because they need a paycheck? They maybe think they need health benefits. Maybe they're living for their 401k so that they can enjoy life when they're 65. That's another system, 401k system. So how many of you are just kind of like floating along, haven't really stopped to like really pay attention to like, Lord, what are you calling me to do? Like, what is it that's in me to maybe create or release literally? Like, are you called to be where you are at this point? Because if you are miserable, and there's Red, I call him Fred the Cardinal is here. He just popped in over there. I named the Cardinal couple. It's Fred is the man, and Mildred is the girl. Yes, I did that. But if you're miserable in your job, like, what keeps you there? Have you ever asked yourself that? Because I would love to help you decipher, or is that where you're to stay? Like, do you have other gifts and talents in you that are not being utilized? Because I know that's what was happening in the job that I was in. My voice was being stifled. I was in a cubicle cage. I call it a cage. And I am a freak bird. Like, if you guys know me, I love eagles. I love birds of prey. I love birds in general, like anything with wings. And for this songbird to be put in a cubicle, very out of alignment. But yet, I didn't know that there was a way out. I didn't know that, like, the cage door was open, right? God had a different pathway for me, and sometimes it just takes having somebody come alongside you. I'm so thankful for, fellow coaches in my life, for beautiful friends who, helped me to really remember, like, what is God saying? Like, what is God calling you to, right? But not everybody has that. So, like I said, part of my coaching is to help you to soar in your calling. And if you would like to just chat and have a discovery call, I like to say from discovery to delivery. I just cannot wait, as being a spiritual midwife, to help you birth what's within you. There are so many seeds for you to release in this world, but sometimes the garden that you're in is not plentiful because you're not in the right place, right? So I'm going to leave you with that. It's a very emotional mama day with my oldest graduating, and I love that he's able to leave the nest, and he's going to be soaring, and I'm just so blessed because doctors told me I couldn't have kids, and yet God had other plans. So anyways, reach out if you would like to connect. You can head to my profile bio, just click on New Wings Coaching, and you can schedule a discovery call if you'd like to just even chat. I am fully walking in my calling right now, and that was released when I turned 40. Crazy. It's never too late. That's all I gotta say. I'm just gonna repeat that. It's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. All right. So from discovery to delivery, let's go. Bye.